Fancy Nancy, The Dazzling Book Report by Jane O'Connor. Pictures based on the art of Robin Priest Glasser. Fancy Nancy, The Dazzling Book Report. Monday is my favorite day. Why? Monday is library day. Before we leave, we select a book. Select is fancy word for pick. It is like getting a present for a week. Bree selects a book on dinosaurs. Robert selects a book of funny poems. Teddy selects a scary story. I select a book about an Indian girl. She has a fancy name, Sacajawea. You say it like this, Sacajawea. Later, Miss Glass has thrilling news. Thrilling is even more exciting than exciting. We get to do a book report. Your first book report, how grown up, my mom says at dinner. Yes, I know, I say. My book is a biography. It is about a real person. After dinner, I read my book, and that helps me with the hard words. I learn all about Sacajawea. Sacajawea was a princess. She lived 200 years ago, out west. She helped 2 explorers reach the Pacific Ocean. Mom takes me to the art store. I need stuff for the cover of my book report. I wanted it to be great. I'm the second best artist in art class. This isn't bragging. You can ask anybody. I get a bag of little beads, some yarn, and markers. I start working on the cover. I work on it every night. I make Sacajawea look very brave. Because she was. She found food for the explorers. She kept them safe from enemies. Just remember to leave time for the words. Mom keeps saying, I will. I tell her. Miss Glass wants you to write about the book. Dad says over and over. That's what a report is. I know that, I tell him. Writing the words will be easy. Ta-da! The cover is finished. Sacajawea has yarn braids. Beads and fringe are glued on her clothes. I must admit, it is dazzling. That is fancy for eye-popping. Now, I will write my report. I get out lined paper and a pen with a plume. That's a fancy word for feather. The trouble is, I'm tired. I know all about Sacajawea, but the right words won't come. What am I gonna do? I have to hand in my report tomorrow. I am desperate, I tell Mom. That means I'm in trouble. Mom lets me stay up longer. Still, my report ends up only 2 sentences long. The next day, everyone sees my cover and says, wow. But hearing other reports makes me nervous. All of them are longer than mine. All of them are more interesting. I read my report. Sacajawea was a heroine. She helped people in trouble. Everybody waits to hear more. But there is no more. I'm crestfallen. That is a fancy for sad and ashamed. I spent too much time on the cover, I tell Miss Glass. Miss Glass understands. Why don't you tell the class about your book? So I do. I tell them all about the brave things Sacajawea did. Sacajawea was a heroine. Miss Glass is a heroine too. At least she is to me. Fancy Nancy's fancy words. Biography, a story about a real person. Crestfallen, it means sad and ashamed. Dazzling, eye-popping, a knockout, just like Fancy Nancy. Desperate, feeling trapped. Heroine, a girl or a woman who is brave and helps people. Plume, a feather. Select, it means to pick. Thrilling, even more exciting than exciting. Fancy Nancy, the Dazzling Book Report by Jane O'Connor.